is Di-VerZe Radio, and I am DJ Ray here.
You're listening to From the Ground Up Show with DJ Ray.
You heard? Look, man, first things first. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Di-VerZe ENT. I know what time it is. It is Interview Thursday, and we got Stacks in the building, you heard? But first things first, man, y'all got to subscribe. Di-VerZe ENT. For the ones who listening on the radio, it is Di-VerZeENT. Again, that's Di-VerZeENT. That's where you catch all our exclusive interviews. And for those who are interested in the radio interview,
Interested in a radio interview on the world's #1 source for 24/7 nonstop entertainment? Contact us at radio@diverseent.com.
you heard? Again, that's radio@diverseent.com. Download that app right now. Look, man, but this is what y'all came for. Stacks is in the building, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. If you're out there listening, Stacks is in the building.
Yeah.
Look, man, it's a pleasure to have you in the building. I do want to fix this first because I see a little shadow.
Okay.
That's me. Look, man, Stacks is in the building. Look, man, can you go ahead and tell the Di-VerZe people where you from?
I'm from Norcross, so that's right up like the north side of Atlanta. So whenever you hear them talking about the north side, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm from. Norcross, Gwinnett.
Like Migo North Side.
Yeah. Me and Offset went to school together.
Okay, so you know the Migos a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
We used to play football and stuff. We was all in the same age and stuff.
Oh, so you did play football. You played football for which school?
Norcross.
And what you did in football? You was all right. You got the water. You know?
Yeah, I was straight. I'm in the Hall of Fame in my college now.
Oh, hold on.
West Georgia.
You can't just say that. The Hall of Fame. You got to give us some stats. You just can't come on here and say the Hall of Fame. You got to give us some stats.
All right, so I was a running back at University of West Georgia.
Okay.
I finished. I still got the. I think I still got the in season most yards in season rushing yards. So
Okay.
1432
At West
in
Georgia.
one season, yeah.
Okay.
At West
Hey,
Georgia,
man,
yeah.
Shouts out to you.
Yeah, man.
That man said he in the Hall of Fame. Is that for West Georgia or your high school?
West Georgia.
And you did all 4 years there?
Yep.
And why didn't you pursue the NFL after college?
So I did,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like pursuing football, and I was still like, I was into music, but I ended up getting in a car accident,
Okay.
and that really
Sorry to
like
hear that.
changed the whole trajectory of where I was
Okay.
going. So I really, and it's crazy too. That day, I remember that day I was praying about it. Like, what am I like? I knew I wanted to be in the arts. I really couldn't. As much as I had what it take to go play, I really was like done in college. I was
Okay.
just ready to just pursue the arts.
Was that because you got introduced to the college life, or you just was done with football? Because that college will distract you. Now, I've been to college. Look, Savannah State. Look, I've been to a HBCU. It will distract you. So, do you think it was the distractions, or was it just you just like, hey, I'm done with this?
I think I was just done with the brand of a football player.
Okay.
I was just ready to be done with that. I just knew like once I branded myself as like a an NFL player, I think it was like a subconscious thing where it's like I knew I kind of didn't want to be there, even though I'm working towards it because I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do.
Okay.
I just didn't. It ended up working the exact way I really wanted it to be doing, where I'm just in the arts and creating and spending my time doing that. Like I was done kind of just beating myself up too, like years of doing that. It's just like I just want to chill.
I'm a little nosy, so I did a little research, and I actually saw right before you actually went to your studio session, you got into the car accident.
Yeah.
What made you go to the studio session still?
I tell you, that same night I was at Jason's Deli. I'll never forget this. I was writing a prayer. Like I be like, sometimes if I'm sitting there, I just write my prayer. Like I was writing, I was like, God, just make it clear what I'm supposed to be doing. Make it clear what I'm supposed to be doing, but don't hurt me too bad. Like don't.
What you mean by that?
Like, cause sometimes when to inject change, it's got to be something involved. Like it might not be comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew that like if I'm telling God like, hey, just show me, make it clear. Like let me not have the option to go whatever other way. Just make my path clear. And I had scheduled my first solo studio session ever that night. And when I was on the way back home, I was probably like 3/4 of a mile from the crib, and I was going across the intersection and got in a like T-bone type accident where and I end up I sustained injuries. My face was all messed up. They was like, you go to the hospital. I'm like, I already know what that bill looking like. I'm like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So my car was totaled. My phone broke. I walked home. And when I got home, when I was on the way home, I saw a shooting star over my head. I only seen that like 3 times. And because that was the moment where I could start feeling sorry for myself. Like I was like probably like less than 30 days away from my like first like real workout. You know what I'm saying? My first NFL workout. So like I knew I was done right then and there. So I went home. My brother was like, he was at the crib. I was like, bro, can you take me to the studio? He was like, where your car at? I was like, I just got in a car accident. I couldn't call him and tell him my phone had broke. So he flipped the light on. It was like, bro, what the fuck? Like looking at my face, like I'm talking about my face was fucked up. It was bad. Yeah, it was bad. He was like, bro, we gotta take you to the hospital. Fuck the studio. I'm like, all they gonna tell me to do is like stay away from the light, don't go to sleep, all of that.
And give you some medicine.
Exactly. So I went to the studio and I recorded like 4 songs that night. That went on my first ever EP that I released in 2018.
You say your first, what was the name of the EP?
It was called Water. And it was under my last name, Hensley. Like that used to be my artist name was Hensley.
Hensley. And what made you come up with Water, like for EP?
I had to adapt.
Okay.
I was in the adapting phase where it was like my whole brand was built towards football. I had to change. I ain't had that no more. That wasn't an option. So I had that for my whole life. And though I know I wanted to be making music, it's like it never made sense until then. But so now it's like I had to adapt. So like Water was kind of themed around like the intro was like the Bruce Lee joint about being like water and adapting. And when water's a cup, it becomes a cup. When it's a vase, it becomes a vase. So that's in the beginning of the album because really that's where I was
you read something, huh?
Yeah, man, I be paying attention.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I be trying to pay attention, man.
You go ahead and finish my bad. I just see you read a little bit.
Nah. So I mean, really, that was that's what made me go with it. Like I was at a real like adaptive phase where it's like I really don't know how I'm about to do this, but I'm gonna go. You know what I'm saying? And just go full force at it. I'm still doing it.
I feel that. I saw you say that your homeboy gave you the vision for football and made you see football as something for you. Who instilled music into you to make you see that music isn't for you?
Man, I'll be honest with you. My boy Paul, right? He go by Paul Katz, PAU1KATZ. Like we around the same time when I kind of like before I got in that car accident, like my last refund check in college, my very last one.
I miss them days.
You know what I'm saying? My very last one. I went and bought studio equipment. I started buying studio equipment. Didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Smart.
Bought studio equipment. I was like, I'm not spending money on nothing that ain't going like that I can't like be using because I'm not gonna have a refund check next semester. Like
Facts.
I'm done.
Definitely
you know what
facts.
I'm saying? So I was like, I bought me a camera. I bought a DAW. I bought a little like a keyboard because I didn't know if I want. I just knew I wanted to be involved in music some way, somehow.
Facts.
And my homie had came through. Paul, Paul Katz, but I know him by Kaniki. So Kaniki came by, he see all the studio equipment. He's like, bro, you really about to do this? He was like, what about football? I said, man, I'm still chasing football. I was healthy still. Like, I'm still chasing football. Like, but I got to do this. Like, I just feel like I got to do this. And he kind of like, don't get me wrong, like, for a long term, rootedly, like from a root standpoint, it's my father that put music into me just by watching him because he went on music scholarship to Mississippi Valley. He used to he played the bass guitar and really fired with it too. And he kind of set it down just to raise 3 boys for real. But as an adult, Kaniki was the one who he wanted to make music too. So he started going to studios and like finding studios and be recording, and I'll just go with him. And like I remember at first it was like he would write a verse and I'll just spit that verse. But I was always writing like poetry and stuff like that, but was never really spitting. So I'll go and he'll just have different stuff for me to do. I'll plug in, I'll hop into the studio, but I didn't want to be branded as artist yet because I'm still pursuing football. I didn't want it to clash, like them feel like I wasn't taking it seriously. So I went in a whole different name. It was DP, ADM. It was like a mix in between. Like it was a crazy like acronym, bro. Like my middle name is Adam, and like every time I used to do spoken word, they're like, oh, that's deep. And so I was like, deep Adam, like put it together. Terrible last name, bro. Terrible name, but
Said the Patum.
The Patum. Yeah.
Now that's different. The Patum.
The Patum.
Say Deep Adam. Say you went deep. Boy, you came up with one then.
I'm telling you, bro. Like I was like, all right, but yeah. So I used to be featuring on all his shit as that. Nobody like knew who the fuck that was, and I didn't want him to know who it was. So I'll be on his mixtapes and stuff. Like I might do a hook here, or I might do like some background stuff here. But he really was the one who kind of like got me in the habit of like exercising that. So when I say my first solo studio session, it was after being in these group environments and working with everybody else and having other people next to me to kind of keep me going, that this was my first time when I got in that car. It was the first time that I had like went out on my own 2 feet and was like, I'm about to go record some stuff that I want to record.
Okay, so what do you have here for us? I see a paint. Is it a painting, a drawing?
No, this is actually a picture taken by my dog, One Shot John, and it's a picture taken, and I just got it printed out on it here. But this is the cover art for A Beautiful Way to Let Go. I shot this cover art in December, knowing that I wasn't going to drop until close to summer. Like, I knew I wasn't. So, and I wanted it, as I made the songs, I wanted to be able to kind of look at the cover art and, like, make sure that any of the new songs I was making feel like this. So that when I'm pushing this, like that I'm just now showing this to the world over the course of the past few days. I've been able to hold it for a secret for that long. But
since December.
Since December.
That's actually a dope cover art. I actually got a question in regards to that. If I'm not mistaken, your brother is the one who introduced you to actually putting your emotions in the song by giving you a rap while you was in elementary school.
Bro, you really doing your research, dog.
So
that's crazy as hell. Nah, yeah. That's real.
So I got a question to that. Is A Beautiful Way to Let Go your adult version of expressing yourself?
Honestly, yeah, that's a great way to put it. Yeah, man. Like this is like a whole new stepping stone. I'm putting a bunch of there's a bunch of stuff I'm putting behind me.
Okay.
A bunch of stuff I'm putting behind me.
And we nosy here. We nosy.
Of
right?
course.
Look, we nosy. You get what I'm saying? So we want to know, what are some things that you actually had to let go?
Honestly, let me think on that real quick. There was like just it's so many little things, bro. Like, even just the sense of like competing, right? That's something that's just been installed in me my whole life. I'm letting go of competing. I'm letting go of conditional love. Like, if it's based on conditions, I don't want nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting go of, just like false fantasies. You know what I'm saying? Letting go of it's just a bunch. Like, also there's some people, you know what I'm saying, that have these traits. It's not about like a person. It's not one person. I'm like, I'm letting go of this person. But it's like, I know what it takes to feed me right now. It's like I finally learned what it takes to like nurture me. Like when you walk inside of like Home Depot and you're going to buy different plants and they said, this is a low light plant, this is a bright light plant, this is a this type plant. I figured out what type of plant I am. You know what I'm saying? And anything else I just can't even entertain it. So it's like, I found out how bad I struggle with grief and stress like that. I had a bunch of just habits, this crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? To handle these type of things. And I just so happened to be making a lot of music during that time period. But I was blessed enough to be making music through that as I was going to counseling as well, and then making music even through that. And then next thing you know, I'm looking at what I have in front of me, and I'm like, yo, this is like a whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole diary, or like a story right in front of me, and and then I'm start filling in the gaps with other songs to make it make sense to me, And then I just hope that anybody who feel where I'm coming from could feel what it is I'm putting across through it.
Do you think music is a great way to express yourself? If someone actually wanted to get into doing music, who's stuck, maybe depressed, do you feel like music is a way that someone can express themselves? For
sure. I definitely think so. Just because it's something that I feel like it's important to have things that you could put behind you, things that you could put away. Like, I often refer to a lot of times in my music, I'll be like rapping something. I tell us like I'm about to rap a verse or something. I'll be like, man, he said, and I'm like talking about myself. But it's like once I make what I make, like I just detach myself from it.
Okay.
You know, it has a life of its own at that point.
So can you do us a favor? Explain the first track you got for us today.
Okay. Hey, so That's Okay is literally it's an example of being, and it's featuring Luna Bayou, by the way. And this is an amazing vocalist, amazing artist, all around artist, super dope. But That's Okay really, it just embodies, you know, like I said, at the time I was going through the grief, like there was a lot of like, you know, one night stand type situation, shit like that. I don't know you, you don't know me, but that's okay. Like, you know, not beating myself up about the decision in the moment. It was a song to kind of like ease me through the guilt I was feeling. And I ended up writing this song, and when I wrote it, what you're gonna hear in the hook was just like, it was just me at first, and I was like, no, I need to make this a conversation. So I brought Luna in, and then we have what we had today.
So do us a favor, go ahead and introduce the song.
All right, so what we got right here is That's Okay from A Beautiful Way to Let Go by Heystax featuring Luna Bayou.
You don't know my name. It drives me insane. You walk like my brain. You don't wanna stay.
All your favorite artists are right here.
What's up, it's Megan Thee Stallion.
What's good, it's Roddy Ricch. What the business is, man? It's the Di-VerZe Hits Radio.
Got you laid up.
Hey, DJ Ray, run that back one time.
You don't know my name. It drives me insane. You walk like my brain. You don't wanna stay.
You don't know my name.
It got me fed up.
It drives you insane.
I'm in your bed, love.
I'm all in your brain.
Got you laid up.
I don't wanna stay.
And that's okay. I'ma give you what I know. And that's okay. Ain't gonna treat you like a hoe. That's okay. I wanna get a drink, let's go. And that's okay. I wanna show you where I'm going. I speak myself up when it's time to get clean. I turn myself up, loose shirt, jeans. I check myself out when I wanna buy a drink. And work myself out when I'm feeling underneath. You don't know my name.
Got me fed up.
It drives me insane.
I'm in your bed, love.
You walk like my brain.
Got me laid up.
You don't wanna stay.
And that's okay. You don't know my name.
It got me fed up.
It drives you insane.
I'm in your bed, love.
I'm all in your brain.
Got you laid up.
I don't wanna stay.
And that's okay. 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 And that's okay.
I know your name, but I don't like games. Seem like all you wanna do is fuck on me. All you wanna do is touch on me. Then you say you wanna love on me. Cliche to say, but it's not you. Lost in my ways and know what you do. No niggas just like you. I should've told you.
You don't know my name.
It got me fed up.
It drives me insane.
I'm in your bed, love.
You walk like my brain.
Got me laid up.
You don't wanna stay.
And that's okay. You don't know my name.
It got me fed up.
It drives you insane.
I'm in your bed, love.
I'm all in your brain.
Got you laid up.
I don't wanna stay.
And that's okay. 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 And that's okay.
Interested in a radio interview on the world's #1 source for 24/7 non-stop entertainment? Contact us at radio@diverseent.com.
And if you can't get in contact with us, that's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look, man, go ahead and tell the people where they can find this track at.
Hey, so A Beautiful Way to Let Go, dropping June 17th, tomorrow, 2022. A Beautiful Way to Let Go by Heystax. That's Heystax. That track that you just heard was called That's Okay. by Heystax featuring Luna Bayou.
And that's okay. You get what I'm saying? How did you come up with Heystax?
Literally, bro, like I was like,
Matter of fact, let me guess first.
What's up?
Let me see.
I'm curious.
Let me take me a guess. You felt like you was one out of the individual they couldn't find. So you said, you know how to say the needle in the haystacks? So you said Heystax. That's your name.
Hey, bro, that's hard. Honestly, that might have to be the new story. Honestly, from here on out, I'm a needle in a haystack, baby. That's what it's gonna have to be from now. My story's so much more simple than that. That was poetic.
I was trying, I was trying to metaphorically speak sometimes to get on that. I just threw that out there.
I'm gonna rock with that one, man. Goodness gracious. Yeah, that's how I got it. Just like that.
So can you tell the people actually where it came from?
So I was literally I was looking for a new name because Hensley just was not working. Like that's my last name. It was just Hensley, introducing Hensley.
That ain't it, bro.
That's coming from that football background. Okay, you know, I was on the back of my
everybody
jersey.
say your last name football. I got
childish. You know what I'm saying? I was looking for something else. I was like, what else can I have? And then one day, literally, I woke up and it was like, I wanted something that was still 4 syllables, like 4 letters, kind of like my name. My name started with an S, and I was like, Stacks. Stacks just hit. I was like, oh, Stacks. That's hard. Like I really like that one. It felt like me. Like Stacks was just like, okay, this fits. And so when I was looking for an IG handle, something Stacks, I was like, what the hell can I find? Something Stacks. And I'm sitting there for like 20 minutes trying to find something to put in front of Stacks. And I was just like, hey, like what's up? Like, hey Stacks. You know what I'm saying? As just my Instagram handle, and I still wanted people to call me by Stacks, but now Heystax just it's done stuck now.
Interesting. So let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
With this artwork right here, was this the one that you got an opportunity to put on the billboard? Oh,
no, that's actually for Break the Rules.
Break the Rules.
Break the Rules had an opportunity to be on the billboard. Bro, I like that. That status, what's up, bro? You really out here. You do your research,
look, man. You got to, man. You can't just be having people come in here. You got to see what's going on, man. You got to check them out and see what's going on. And then you get a real feel for who you dealing with. You know what I'm saying? They don't think you doing no research. They just think they coming over here. Nah. We do a lot of work over here trying to make sure, you know what I'm saying? We do our research so people can get an opportunity to know who you really are.
Hey, man, I like that, man. That's Break the Rules was my last campaign, and I did that in October, and I was able to get that on the billboard. It was the first time I got it on the billboard by Georgia State. And I did it I was able to get that thing out there. I was excited about that. I can't wait to share this one with the people though.
Okay, so for the indie artists out there who actually yo, time out, he got artwork on the billboard, how would they go about doing that?
DM me, hit me up Heystax, find me. We'll get you right. I'll figure something out for you because I designed my billboard myself and everything.
So you do artwork?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
is that something you went to school for while you was in University of West Georgia?
Nah, honestly, when I was at West Georgia, I was studying business management, and when I was finishing up school, I knew I wanted to be an artist. I knew I wanted to be a music artist, but I really didn't have the basis down pat at all. Like, I didn't really know where to start, but I started looking into different type of things, and I understood that I needed to media presence was important. And so I took the time and learned media first. So I bought a camera as well.
Okay.
So I started shooting friends around school, and I was shooting music videos for people, shooting whatever, and had a homie who would edit videos too, but he was about to move to Chicago. So he sat down and taught me his whole workflow. I was just watching his workflow and would start editing for the other people he was editing for. And with the equipment, though I wasn't recording, I would be recording homies. I would be recording their tracks for them, I had my place had turned into this whole creative zone, and so that's when I kind of started to learn how to edit videos and just edit different images and stuff like that. I just wanted to have my bases kind of covered before. I knew I was going to eventually be able to make great music, but I was I understand that having great music ain't necessarily going to be the determining factor.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. They gotta have something to stand on.
That's a fact. So let me ask you a question. Since you do the front end of music as an artist, and you actually said you did the back end as far as the editing, which one do you see yourself doing long term?
Music, for sure.
Music. And why is that?
Because that's that was my whole the whole driving factor the whole time. I became a really good videographer and editor because I wanted to be able to understand what people were doing for me when they shot my music videos. I wanted to be able to like spend money and spend it wisely and not just somebody give me a price and I don't know what the hell they charging me for. Like now I'm able to be like, okay, what would you charge me to just be the DP? All right, I'm gonna do the treatment. I'll do this. I'll direct it. What you gonna charge me just to pull up and shoot? They gotta talk different at that point because it's like I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah,
like you know, I like the way you shoot. Now when I'm looking for videographers to shoot for me, I'm really paying attention to how you shoot. Like I'm watching your videos. Like I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like I'm.
Does that make you like a harder critic on the videographer since you more into it?
I feel like yes, but in a very like teaching way. Like I really if I know something, I'm gonna tell you what I know. Like, and especially if you're doing it for me, you helping me out. Like, we're gonna make this jump smooth. You know what I'm saying? If I see something I don't like it, I know how to tell you. Like I play sports my whole life. I know how to tell you. I already know your personality type is like. Either I'm gonna have to just fuck around with this person and be like, oh, that shit was trash. Or it's somebody that I'll be like, hey, come here real quick. Let me talk to you. You see how this little thing, just keep my head in the frame. Don't let my head leave out the frame real quick on this shot. Or do a push in or a pan out on this one. Or can you do like a swooping shot? Or cut the ISO up a little bit right here. Like, and I like working with people like that because they typically a little bit more open. Now, don't get me wrong. I do love working with the experts as well, too, who just like, they know what they doing, but it's always collaborative with me. I like to be hands-on with anything I do. Okay.
Do you think you can do it by yourself or teamwork is the way to go?
Teamwork is definitely the way to go. Definitely the way to go.
And do you have a team as far as putting your music out?
I'm developing one right now. I feel it. Like it's like I had a great production team for Break the Rules, man. Like we would meet like every Wednesday for like 4 weeks. And I'm talking about it would be like 12 of us in there. We had 2 stylists. We had the talent. We had a production manager. We had 3 directors. The DP. I was even shooting some of the shots that I wasn't in. You know, so we had somebody do the graphics. Yeah, the cover art that was on the billboard. Like I designed that cover art in Premiere Pro. I made it look like I literally took Grease, the soundtrack, and duplicated it because we based the music video off of Grease the movie.
The old movie.
Yeah, okay. We kind of we based the theme on some modern day type shit.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check him out. I didn't even correlate the two. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, man. So yeah, like, but you know, I had a great team. Then a lot of people are on are just doing different things right now. But I still have Vanessa with me. Who's been my production manager and just goes crazy. And then even Sade being my manager, she's just stepped up like over the past few, like, I don't know, like over the past week or so. It's just been going crazy, like helping me out, like, you know, with just different type of stuff. So it's like I'm starting to see, because it lets me, like, I'm starting to dive deeper more into being an artist now. Like even as far as like just my sessions and going back and forth on songs, I'm trying to really focus on that. I got a stylist too who helps me out because, like, I mean, I got a whole family, you know.
You got a team. You putting everything together, man.
Little by little, man.
I ain't mad at you. I have a question. I see that you actually went all county in high school. Took your team to a 9-3 record.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My question to you is, I'm pretty sure since you said you wasn't into football, that wasn't a goal that you actually was trying to reach. So now that you're into music, what is one of the goals that you want to manifest?
First one, I want to sell out the upstairs of Smith's old bar.
And what is that?
It's a bar down at Piedmont Park, like around Piedmont Park area. It probably fits 400 people. But I want to sell out a headliner there either by the end of this summer or like mid-fall. I want to sell out a headliner.
And why is that place? What's the special correlation to that place?
I did a show there back in November in their downstairs venue. And that was my first 20-minute set. And I still felt like I was just getting started. Like I could have, having to break my music down in a 20-minute set, it's like, damn, like I wish I had like 20 more. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I was like, and it was a good show. Like, and I just liked the way that it was. And you could feel that there was a lot of like musical energy there. Like, I had a client and her husband, used to play. He said he was telling me about he's a drummer. And he's like, man, I used to play at Smith's all the time, Smith's Old Bar all the time. He's like, you know what I'm saying? Like he could tell us back in the day for him. So Smith's Old Bar been around for a minute, and like it just feels very legendary. And I would love to be able to just stamp that place at home one good time.
I feel you because most people would say, was it State Farm Arena?
Right.
But you don't want none of that bad look from Atlanta. You get what I'm saying?
You said nah. Hey, you know, I'm not gonna lie. Like I really love climbing the ladder, man.
I feel that. That's how you gotta do.
To you. I really do. Like, I want to be able to do State Farm Arena one day. I want to be able to pack out a stadium in Africa. You know what I'm saying? In Australia, I want to go on tour like in Australia. But I'm like, let me hold down 400 real quick. Let me get up there and do a 35, 40-minute set real quick. Let me line up the right openers for me real quick, and let me see if I can hold that down. And then like, all right, then I'll do 400. I'm like, I could do 1,000. You know, or you know, let's just see how. Because nobody's telling me like, hey, Stacks, we need you to do 1,000 people venue right now. Ain't nobody telling me that yet. I'm doing it myself. You know what I'm saying? So,
what is your biggest goal you're trying to get out of the music? That you like, yo, I'm not stopping until this happens.
You know, it's like a aura I want to develop, or like a worldwide aura that I want to develop. Like it's like I feel like I just want to share my energy with but far and wide. Like I want to, like I've always wanted to be able to see like a Heystax type beat. You know what I'm saying? And see just like you know, like Rocky Balboa. Mm-hmm. That's what I kind of want to do with my name. Like, I'm just thinking on that, like that type of, if that makes sense. It's more of a feeling that I want to be able to have where just like, you know, I could be able to step away from this character and watch that character live. Watch Heystax live, and I could just go be Seth Hensley when I'm done with it. Man, Heystax just still living. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of what I want to create out of it. But I gotta do those big stadiums to do that. I gotta be making albums that feel different, that feel like me. Like they gotta feel like the vibe that I'm trying to create. And I gotta like get better at stuff. I gotta learn more about production. I gotta learn more about music theory. I got to. And that's like in the next steps. Like this step, one of the biggest goals I reached this time was having a whole mastered album. I released the album before that. It was not mastered. You know what I'm saying? 2020, I released the album. It was not mastered. This time, I got a mastered album and I got a clean version. And
you got a team now who you or you just like, oh, nah, I made some bad decisions before. I ain't doing that again.
I just want to open myself up for the opportunity, right? Like it's like I feel like, you know, it's just like throwing yourself into like, a prime example. I remember I was renting a room. Right, from my friend's place, and I had my daughter. She was just born probably a year before that. But I'm just living in this room, and I'm like kind of scared to go out and just go get the apartment. Honestly, like but it's like you threw yourself in the situation and open up room for opportunity. Thanks. Now I got another child. You know what I'm saying? We filled the space up, so I'm like. And nobody asking me to drop a clean album. Nobody's asking me to drop a mastered album. But I want to open myself up to be where it's like, I could play that here. Like the people who are at that next step on the ladder could be like, oh, your stuff mastered? Cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you need a decent mix? Cool. Oh, I need a clean version of this song. I want to play this at the park. I want to play this in the stadium or here. Like, you got a clean version? Oh, yeah, I got that too. You know, and then the next time it's going to be something else. But on top of that. You know?
That's smart. A lot of artists actually don't do that. They do not care about the clean version. They just only record the explicit version. And it's like, do you not understand how you shorten yourself? Because if I go do a kids party and kids just dance the music and I want to play your music here, I can't play it now.
Right. So
every kid party I go to is pretty much canceled. Say I go to a party where it's elderly people listen to the tempo. You know what I'm saying? If you saying some stuff, guess what? You cursing.
Right.
I can't play it now. So all the places where I DJ at, you limit yourself from being able to be out more because I can't play it at that place. So what would be a suggestion that you would give an artist when it comes to record music that they possibly not doing?
Well, first thing first, I would say like, make sure that it's yourself that you're trying to share. Because if you're trying to share yourself, you're going to stand behind you. Like, you're going to stand behind you, not just an image or or you know what's selling, because you're not gonna stand behind that as much. Like once you feel like I need to stand behind, the world needs to hear this, everybody needs to hear this, 5-year-olds need to hear this, you know, people in the elderly homes need to hear this. Once you got a message that you feel like I'm gonna step in any room and this who I am, oh, you gonna do whatever it takes to make sure that people listening. You know, like you're not gonna care too much about it if it ain't you. Like, and that's my biggest suggestion, because you'll go to heights and way further when you standing on you. Like, you know, that's why I don't like gambling, because I'm like, I want to bet on me any chance I get, and you know, so like, yeah, that's what I would say. That's my biggest advice for that.
He said, share yourself, people. So I want you to do me a favor. I want you to share this track.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So the next track is Break the Rules. This is probably like, man, I love this song. This song just is special to me. It just hit different, man.
Is this your number one song off of the album?
It's a toss up right now. It was a single before the album dropped, so it's gonna definitely have more traction already. It's got momentum. Talk Rich is a toss up. They completely different, but this is like Break the Rules is like
Is this a special thing that we was gonna get for the spring?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Break the Rules was the special. Okay.
Yeah, Break the Rules.
I told you we're a little nosy over here.
Hey, yeah. My dog, man. It took me a second. It went over my head at first. I'm like, oh my, yeah, exactly, bro. Yes, sir.
So can you go ahead and do me a favor, and introduce Break the Rules?
All right, this is Break the Rules by Heystax. Y'all enjoy.
Look, don't touch that dial. It's not time to say bye stacks. It's Heystax. You get what I'm saying? And he is in the building. Exclusive interview. You heard me?
Non-stop, 24/7. This is Di-VerZe Hits Radio.
I still love you, still need you, what it do? I still love you, still need you, what it do? Let's break all the rules. I still love you, still need you, what it do? Let's break all the rules. I still love you, still need you, what it do? Let's break all the rules. I told you about it, I know I love you still. You know I'm for the streets, but you can't go out there. I wanna be around you, girl, you know I feel the tension in the air, but baby, don't act scared, yeah. What you thinking? What you wanna do in here? I'm in your business, I know you got a boo in here. I'm on a mission, I see pussy popping everywhere. But you the diamond, I just gotta make it clear.
Girl, you gotta understand that you are amazing. I know that life ain't lining up the way we want it to, but just for today, be my boy, alright? Look.
I still love you, still need you, what it do? I still love you, still need you, what it do? Let's break all the rules. I still love you, still need you, what it do? I still love you, still need you, what it do? Let's break all the rules. Wait a minute, all the talk, you better come and see me. I'm about my business, baby, you the only one I'm reading. I'm gonna beat it, but I'ma beat it like a genius. We undefeated, breaking all the rules and finding reasons. Big dog, bitch, that's I'm at your face like that. You told your girls that you gon' be right back. You give me head and I'ma split your bag. Then we can smoke and talk about the rest.
I still love you, still need you, what it do? I still love you, still need you, what it do?
I love you, girl, come on. I still love you, still need you, what it do? I still love you, still need you. I still love you, still need you, what it do? Let's break all the rules. I still love you, still need you, what it do? Let's break all the rules. I still love you, still need you, what it do? Let's break all the rules. I told you about it, I know I love you still. You know I'm for the streets, but you can't go out there. I wanna be around you, girl, you know I feel the tension in the air, but baby, don't act scared, yeah. What you thinking? What you wanna do in here? I'm in your business, I know you got a boo in here. I'm on a mission, I see pussy popping everywhere. But you the diamond, I just gotta make it clear.
Girl, you gotta understand that you are amazing. I know that life ain't lining up the way we want it to, but just for today, be my boy, alright? Look.
I still love you, still need you, what it do? I I still love you, still need you. What it do? Let's break all the rules. I still love you, still need you. What it do? I still love you, still need you. What it do? Let's break all the rules. Wait a minute, all the talk, you better come and see me. I'm about my business, baby. You the only one I'm reading. I'm gonna beat it, but I'ma beat it like a genius. We undefeated, breaking all the rules and finding reasons. Big dog, bitch, stacks, I'm at your face like that. You told your girls that she gon' be right back. You give me head and I'ma split your bag. Then we can smoke and talk about the rest. I still love you, still need you. What it do? I still love you, still need you. What you know I love you, girl. Come on, hey. I still love you, still need you. What it do? I still love you, still need you. What it do? Let's break all the rules. I still love you, still need you. What it do?
I still love you, I still love you. What it do?
Let's break all the
I
rules.
told you about it, I know I love you still.
Hey.
You know I'm for the streets, but you can't go out there.
Hey.
I wanna be around you, girl, you know I feel
Hey.
the tension in the air, but baby, don't act scared.
I be like, I still love you, I still love you. What it do? I still love you. Look, man, it is out on all digital streaming platforms as soon as the album drop. You get what I'm saying? But we get to get exclusive over here at Diverse Hits Radio, your number one source for 24/7 nonstop commercial-free music. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a stranger, because we heard some strangers support you the most. We learn by experience too, you get what I'm saying? So tell a friend, 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 and tell a friend, and download that app as well.
Make sure you download the Diverse Hits app. Get it now on your app store.
Look, we got Stacks in the building. Just in case you did not know, you're just now tuning in. We live on Diverse Hits Radio, your number one source for 24/7 non-stop entertainment. Can you explain that I still love you? I still love you. What it do?
Let's break all the rules.
Hey, look, man,
Yeah.
it seems like you're saying, I still love you. I still need you. You get what I'm saying? Can you explain that? It seemed like you torn in between the two a little bit.
Yeah. Honestly, man, I remember when I first wrote the melody, and it was very bitter when I wrote it, right? I wrote it, I was like, I don't love you, don't need you. I was saying that, but I was like, man, let me be real with myself. Let me be honest. Like, let me be like brutally honest and, you know, egolessly honest. I still love you, still need you. What it do? Let's break all the rules. Like, we ain't supposed to fuck with each other. We not. Like, it's
a fact.
We not supposed to be honest. Like, by the book, hell no, ain't no way we supposed to be doing this. But let's break the rules. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just one time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, that's what that song. There's a lot of lines in there. A lot of people's favorite line is that I know you you know him for the streets, but you can't go out there.
Look, to be honest, this Atlanta, I think everybody for the streets. But look, I still love you.
Exactly. At the end of the day,
it ain't safe out here.
It's really not, bro. It's really not, man. That's literally this song. It's a kind of toxic song, but I put it in a very fun way.
Now think about it. It really is toxic.
Yeah. But it's so fun, right?
It is, but I think you toxic. You know what I'm saying? You can't let the women know you toxic.
Hey, a beautiful way to let go.
That's a beautiful way. You get what I'm saying?
A beautiful way to let go.
Y'all know. You get what I'm saying? To make sure y'all tap in. The album is dropping tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? Album is dropping tomorrow, man. Is this your favorite project so far?
Yes. Yeah.
And why is that?
It's just it's more intentional. It was more intentional. I got experimental in some places. I really worked a lot.
What you mean by I got experimental in some places? So
track number 2, most experimental track I've ever made. I worked on it. I started working on it in California, off a whim too. It's just like, but I had this like beat kind of in my head, but I'm not a beat maker. I don't know how to make beats yet, right? But I'm over here like, dang, I could hear it. Like I hear the guitar. I could hear I could hear how I'm gonna come at it. And I performed in Cali, and there was a guitarist that smashed his set, like killed it, Glenn Bolton. And like he liked my set too. And he was like, man, we gotta work one day. I was like, I'm going to the studio tomorrow. And what you trying to do? So he pulls up, and I give him, I'm like, man, if I played a guitar melody like by mouth, could you catch it? He was like, yeah. So I played a few for him, and it just opened up new doors, man. And I sent it back to Young Bowser, who's a producer out here. Really, really fire. So it was sounding very like alternative with the guitars and with the strings, and it had like a rock sound. But when I sent it to Bowser, I told him just trap it out, like just trap it out. Put the Congo drums in, there, go crazy with the 808s.
You got that in L.A.?
What the trap it out?
Yeah.
Nah,
yeah.
Bowser's in Atlanta.
Okay.
So I was in LA
Okay.
and I had the sound of like very lo-fi alternative, and then it went into like a rock sound.
Okay.
As far as like the drums and the and then when I sent it to Bowser, he be making like he makes all type of sounds. That man is crazy talented. But when I told him to trap it out, he knew exactly what I meant. Like, and he did exactly that. So it's like that song. It's like I watch people listening to it for the first time, and they're like, "Oh shit!" Like, you know, it catch certain parts gonna catch you by surprise. But I was happy to go on a limb with that, and then adding guitar and different places, just playing around with the production. I got experimental with it.
What's your process of picking a beat for a song?
The first 2 seconds, I know it in the first 2 seconds. If it's like a beat that I'm listening to that somebody sent it to me, and if it doesn't like move me, that doesn't mean it won't move me later. Because there's been beats that like catch me later. You know, it just depends on where I'm at. I just want the beat to just match why I'm feeling, because then it makes it so much easier to just like, you know, just go with it.
Makes sense.
So that's really what it is. It got to move me in the first 2 seconds, and then whatever we feeling, I'm just rock with it.
Okay. You said you said a prayer for God to remove things but not hurt you. What things what things have you removed from your life to help you pursue your music career that actually hurt you, that you did not want to let go, but you found a beautiful way to let go?
That's a really, really good question. Really, like, that's a good question, man. Dang.
Because, you know, for us to get where we need to go, we have to let some things go, whether that's people, habits, things that was just holding us back.
I could tell you two things. One is just the life, the athlete life, because I was like I was a trainer and stuff at the same time too. It's just a different type of like life where it's like it's really, you know, just all physical, and that's dope. Like I enjoyed that time while it was there, but when I stopped, it was such a part of me that it was like so difficult to like leave behind, and I kept trying to just kind of have like, you know, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, but it was just like I kind of had to like commit and then build my lifestyle around that. And then also when my daughter was born, like I always tell people that I feel like God give people kids when they need them, and I feel like the way my life was kind of going, it was just like, it wasn't like too crazy or nothing like that, but I feel like there was nothing that was going to force me to just like really focus, right? Like just really like, all right, I'm gonna do some shit. You know, for real. Like it's kind of like I want to do this, and I was making art all the time though. Like, you know, all the time I was just making stuff, but I wasn't being intentional, like building a life around it. So when my daughter came, it was just kind of like, all right, like this shit really gotta make sense. Like, yes, I love doing it. I'm happy that, you know, Sade, which is, you know, the mother of my children, and we're like this, man. And it's like, I was happy she was supportive of me through that process too. Like, you know, just like, hey, we just gotta make it make sense. It wasn't like, oh, leave that music shit alone or leave this alone. It never was that. It's just like, you know, like, hey, are you going as hard as you can? You know what I'm saying? So, and that was different for me. Like, that was different for me. Your environment, my environment changed having a daughter. It's just like I couldn't be in all the same places all the time.
That's a fact. And having a daughter, right? I heard you say you started to make your music more clean. Do you watch what you put in your lyrics now, as far as the image and the lyrics that you're putting out? Because now this is technology. They'll be able to hear these things 10 years down the line. Right.
Exactly. It makes me more intentional. I honesty is one of those things that I always just want that clarity, and honesty is one of transparency for real in between my family. I just keep that there. Like I want us to be as transparent with each other as possible forever, you know. So I don't hide what I'm feeling, but I'm very much intentional about like making sure that what I'm feeling, I'm expressing what I'm feeling for a reason, you know, like that it has some type of direction to it, you know.
And does that make you, like, in a sense, switch up who you are? Because you are being true, but you kind of masking it for someone else's ears. Does that kind of milk down or water down you as a person?
No, not at all. Okay. Really, it enhances me more than anything because it makes me focus on why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because I have a creed, right? And it says, I live life for me and the love I create. I don't do it right, I do it my way. If it's what I need, I don't complicate. I will never leave, I will not forsake. I'm a rolling stone, so at times I gotta fade. When you feel alone, just remember what I say. And
say that one more time.
It says, I live life for me and the love I create. I don't do it right, I do it my way. If it's what I need, I don't complicate. I will never leave. I will not forsake. I'm a rolling stone, so at times I gotta fade. So when you feel alone, just remember what I say. Cause I put a lot of like behind. If I tell you something, if I tell you I love you, if I tell you I got you, don't get lost in nothing else. But I'm gonna stand on that. Like I'm gonna stand on that. I'm loyal like a dog. Like I'm gonna stand on that. So when it comes to like you was asking if that waters me, it really makes me like focus on, am I really focusing on what I need? Because I tell people all the time, like, your desires and your wants are completely different. You can see something with your eyes and want anything, but it's when you close your eyes and you can see things that's different. That's your desires. So it's like, you know, does all of my desires make everybody happy? No, it's not supposed to. You know what I'm saying? But it makes me more of a person that I can share. You know? So, I'm more intentional about that because the worst thing is just doing shit because I see and I think that's what it's supposed. Just always thinking that, oh yeah, that's what I'm supposed to be doing, but not really like focusing on, do I really desire this? Do I really care about that? You know, it just makes me think twice. And
thinking twice, do you second guess yourself sometimes when it comes to your music career?
Oh, for sure. Like I'm one of those like. I'm just so like nitpicky. Thank God that my engineer is as patient with me as he is, man. Shout out to Jerry.
So that's the person who get it the most. The engineer.
Oh man,
it's not the videographer. It's the engineer.
The engineer, bro. Cause I'm in there. I'm the type. I'll come back to sessions 2-3 times. Like, bro, yeah, we need to adjust this part or whatever. Or he's sending me back the revisions. I just pull up like. But I'm still gonna compensate you for your time. I'm in your space now, but here you go, bro. I'm gonna just sit here with you. We're gonna figure this out, man. Like, but yeah, that's yeah, for sure. I definitely be like, and I can't say I don't know if it is second guessing as much as it is just like, yeah, second guessing for sure, for sure.
And why do you think you second guess yourself? Does that come from a crutch? You know, growing up, our parents is our crutch, so. 9 times out of 10, they're making a decision for us. So when we get older, we not necessarily good at making decisions. Our parents been doing it for 18 years. Now when we become an adult, it's our time to make the decisions, and sometimes we don't make the best decisions. Do you feel like you have been in that situation?
Oh, of course. That's a great point, by the way, because there's things, the two separate parts. With my mom, she always checks me on my faith. She was good at checking me on. That's why I love, like, when I just living with her and being around her enough. It's just like she's just a praying woman who just like, you know, if your faith off, like I never forget the first time I saw prayer work. It was for ice cream. I was like in 2nd grade. I wanted to be able to get ice cream. We weren't able to get ice cream. She was like, pray for ice cream money. I was like, all right, I'll pray every day. And like literally the next semester, this lady was like, hey, here goes a bunch of quarters so Seth could get ice cream at school. Like, I was like, oh, prayer's lit. Like, I'm about to be praying all the time. So like, but it, when she's not around, being an adult, she's the one who kind of like telling me, guiding me. And when as I was growing away, it's not even so much about just me becoming an adult. Cause I'm not around as much. I'm not listening as much. And and my dad, he the one who always checked me for being myself. Like, made sure I was being myself. Like, one cool ass thing about my dad, I remember I really wanted these all white Air Force Ones. I really wanted them. Like, around the time when it's like, to put the fat laces in and change the color. Oh, yeah. I'm telling him, I'm like, yo, Ken got them. Brad got him, so-and-so. And he just hyping me up, too. Like, yeah, that's what's up. Oh, who else got him? I was like, yeah, Ken, so-and-so. He was like, oh, does so-and-so got him, too? I was like, yeah, he got him, too. So he was like, all right, it went time to go buy school shoes. So we pull up to the mall, pull them off the shelf. I'm so happy about it. Like, bruh, Dad, these the ones. These them right there. He's like, yeah, he looked at them. He was like, all right, man, you can get any shoe in the store but these. I was like, what the fuck? He was like, if you're going to get something, it's going to be because you want it. Not because somebody else wanted it. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I be having to check myself. The thing that I be missing, that I had to second guess myself on sometimes is like, am I trying to please the people or am I pleasing myself? Am I acting out of faith or am I just doing shit? You know what I'm saying? Them to be the two things where I be having to check myself the most. That I second guess the most because they held that down for me.
And is that because I'll ask you this, what is the difference between Seth and Stax?
Because there definitely is a difference. Stax is literally just a artistic form of honestly a lot of the stuff that I feel that I won't say. Like, okay. I've been very like respectful. We was allowed to cuss in the house, but don't cuss outside this house. That's what my mama was. Y'all cussing here. My mama from the islands. She cussing here, but don't cuss outside this house. Don't go embarrassing me. But with art, it's like you can do whatever you want with it. So it's like I be feeling all this stuff, and it's like, yo, I could take everything I feel and like manipulate it however the hell I want to get a point across, and that's the difference. That's what makes Stax. Stax is like just that, like a mix
the ability to be versatile. So Seth is just the real version of you, and Stax is the poetic, metaphoric version of you.
Yes, bro, you nailed it. Like I build different stuff. It's almost like a avatar I just use to do different things. Like when I had the album Golden Boy. And I literally wore all white and this thick ass chain everywhere. Like that's what it was. And I was selling. It's like I love entertaining. Like even when I was playing sports, that's what I loved the most was entertaining.
Okay, look, we want to get the people what they came here to get.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So do me a favor, introduce this track right here.
Y'all, this right here is Talk Rich. It's not out yet, so this is an exclusive. This is only the second time publicly is being played. It was played last night.
Say that one more time for the people in the back.
They don't know what's going on over here, man. This is only the second time publicly that Talk Rich is being played. And it was in a competition last night in L.A. And now we here with DJ Ray, and we're about to turn it up real quick. This is Talk Rich.
Don't you ever talk shit to me. Then you wanna talk real more. Then you better talk rich to me.
Talk rich to me if you wanna get to me. Don't you ever talk shit to me. Then you wanna talk real to me. Then you better talk rich to me. Better talk rich to me. Yeah, talk rich to me. Then you better talk rich to me. Yeah, talk rich to me. Watch your tone if you wanna talk rich. Talk rich, better talk rich. Watch your tone if you wanna talk rich. Talk rich, better talk rich. Watch your tone if you wanna talk. Money ain't a thing, but I gotta get rich, so I wanna get paid. If I'm gonna buy drinks, then we gotta make a trade. In the cut with the game, putting money in the bank. How you saying fuck this? But you want that, let me show you how to move. You ain't gotta break it back. Say you gotta use your brain, I ain't talking like that. When you learn to talk rich, you eliminate the cap. Money, it got me changing my scene. It used to be the stress of the flesh, now I'm in between. I don't know why niggas be playing around with my team. All I know is niggas ain't fucking around with my peace. Believe that. Talk rich to me if you wanna get to me. Don't you ever talk shit to me. Then you wanna talk real to me. Then you better talk rich to me. Better talk rich to me. Yeah, talk rich to me. Then you better talk rich to me. Yeah, talk rich to me. Watch your tone if you wanna talk rich. Talk rich, talk rich, talk rich. Watch your tone if you wanna talk rich. Talk rich, talk rich. Better talk rich. Watch your tone if you wanna talk. Yeah, what they really want from a nigga. See you with the shit, but now I'm all about the paper. Yeah. I ain't going for it, baby. Wanna get with me, then don't talk like you lazy. I ain't like them. They like to talk shit, but I don't fight them. Break the rules, shake a hand smooth, then I hike them. Nigga wanna talk raw, let my dogs bite them. Boss move, then I hit test for the bites. Casual, late night shop, I might bag a hoe. Said she a rider, I'ma put on manual. Annual, salary, the only thing my hand can hold. Fully loaded bonuses, tell me what you thinking of. Talk rich to me if you wanna get to me. Don't you ever talk shit to me. Then you wanna talk real to me. Then you better talk rich to me, better talk rich to me. Yeah, talk rich to me. Then you better talk rich to me. Yeah, talk rich to me. Watch your tone if you wanna talk rich. Talk rich, better talk rich.
Definitely got them Cali vibes.
Yeah.
It definitely got them Cali vibes.
Talk rich. Watch your tone if you wanna talk.
If you wanna talk rich.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He said, so all y'all broke people, there's no room for y'all in the end. You get what I'm saying? Only having rich conversations, only money conversations, you get what I'm saying? So y'all gotta get up out the way. And speaking of talking rich, I gotta ask you, are you into investing?
In certain, not really like in stocks and stuff, but as far as just like assets and stuff, yeah. You know.
And what kind of assets are you into? I'm asking this because I got a follow-up question.
Well, just as far as assets, like, you know, as some little equipment I use, as far as like just to editing, editing equipment, my video equipment, as far as just like even just marketing. Marketing is like if you get it back in a digital form, because now you can push it, make something out of it. You know what I'm saying? So, really stuff like that as of now. And no property and stuff yet, but that's in the near future.
And do you feel like as an artist it is important to have assets?
I do feel like it is. I feel like ones that aren't depreciating for sure.
Okay, I just want to make sure, you know what I'm saying, he was talking rich to y'all. Which drops when?
Oh, this drops tomorrow.
Drops tomorrow.
Yeah,
and will it be available on what platforms?
It'll be on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Google, Amazon, YouTube Music.
Okay, and it seems like those are the platforms where you actually going to get a return from. When did you decide to make the decision like, yo, I'm not playing around my music. I'm not just putting it on SoundCloud no more. I want to make it to where I can make a profit from.
2020.
2020. And how long had you been an artist?
Oh, probably already like 5 years.
5 years, okay.
Probably, yeah, right around 5
and
years.
Did somebody tell you, or you just was like, yo, I'm not doing that no more?
I was always curious about it. I would just be asking people, like anybody who had music on Apple Music, like, how the hell you get that up there? You know what I'm saying? Like that's like they play a song for me on Apple Music. I'm like, bro, what? I could search
how
your
you do
music.
that?
Like, oh, I need that. I'm tired of sending these links. Like, I need that. I wasn't even really knowing the music at first, man. And like knowing the money first, I just like, yo, I just want my music up here. You know what I'm saying? But now though, like even I've been like, you know, just looking into sync licensing deals and stuff like that too, and just learning more about just you know, just more of the business behind the music, like as far as like, you know, the rights and all of that type of stuff. Before I just throwing beats and music out there, like not even knowing who made the beat, just dropping the song, like, you know, just putting it out there. And now I'm actually like checking in with you know, producers. Especially like, yeah, there's probably only one producer I couldn't reach, like that, which was kind of crazy. But all the other producers and stuff like that, I'm making sure I get out their IPI numbers and stuff, and making sure that they straight, and that we on the right terms, and because I want to keep working with them. If I felt moved by something you made before, I don't want to ever mess up that relationship in the future. And there's some people that I'm actually like teaching them stuff too. I asked a producer for an IPI number, like, what's that?
Yeah, word. They don't know what it is.
Exactly. I mean, he's not. And honestly, in the music industry, you responsible for what you don't know. Like, it's an easy situation for him to for me to just steal from him. But I'm like, bruh, what country you in again? He told me Australia. I looked up his performance rights organization, sent it to him, like, go ahead, register. Let me know when you get your IPI number, so I could go ahead and get you your piece of publishing. He ain't charge me nothing up front for the beat. Like, you gonna get your publishing and your writing credit. Like, I got you, cause I'm gonna push these songs. Believe that.
You're doing it the right way. Cause a lot of people, man, you'll be surprised how many people will be making music, but they not gonna register their music.
Yeah.
Like, why not? It's just nobody taught them, and they just want to rhyme. They don't understand the business aspects of things. Who put you on game to the business aspect of things?
It's a few people. It's a few people from just like over the past that I like, I'd run by, meeting like little networking events and stuff like that, and they mention it to me. But Jay Nolan is really, I just sat down with him on the phone the other day. Like, I've been following on Instagram, and he'll always be just dropping different information and stuff. So I booked a consultation with him too, just to, I started doing the stuff that I was seeing, and I was like kind of making checklists on stuff, cause like this dude like does music full time off of sync licensing deals and stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, that's, that would be great. So I start calling, I booked a consultation with him just to see, like, where am I stepping in the right direction? Like, I got the BMI, like how do I go about, doing this? Can I do this? Can I not do this? Like, can I post? Can I register a song with a sync licensing deal if I got a lease to a beat? Do I need to have unlimited rights? Like, how does this have to go? And all these questions that I just didn't know, you spend it, and he was breaking it down really, really well, man. So shout out to Jay Nolan, because he on top of his shit for sure. Shouts
out to Jay Nolan, because it's very important. Get that music registered.
Yeah, man. And I gotta tell you too, with Talk Rich, it really is not just about the bread. I can't wait to see for people to hear it later, like, and just like really get to dive in, because I love that Talk Rich catches the attention. But literally, it's just like, just talk to me right, like, respect me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I built the whole song based off of a woman who just was not talking right to me. She was just talking to me like, yo, like, relax, like, you gotta calm down, like, that type shit. So, and it was basically like, you talk rich to me if you want to get to me. Watch your tone. Don't you ever talk shit to me.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff like that.
I actually Talk Rich. It's something I read. I came across where it's like two people. If you add poverty to the relationship, you basically have a broken relationship. So if you basically saying talk rich to me, you'll never have a broke relationship in my sense. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. That's a way
Look,
to put
man,
it.
I do not want to hold you up. Can you explain to people the 3 tracks you bought today, where they can find you at, and what's next for you?
Yeah, so we had That's Okay by me and Luna Bayou. Great track. We had Break the Rules. Single, that one is already out from October. Y'all can catch that right now. Talk Rich is gonna be on the album that's dropping tomorrow. That and That's Okay. So catch both of those songs, fresh and brand new, tomorrow. Go ahead and download the whole thing. I suggest that you play it from beginning to end. It's a nice little ride. Yeah, man. You can find me at everywhere, HEYSTAX. And what you could expect next is just me popping up as many places as I could pop up, being wherever I could be, sharing with this music with whoever I could share this music with. So.
But look, man, I look forward to seeing you in the near future. Like, yo, that's Stax. Or, yo, I got this going on. You like, yo, I know DJ Ray. He DJ such and such. You know what I'm saying? Because your network changed your network. So I appreciate you for coming in, giving us an opportunity to know who you are as an artist, give us some exclusive on Di-VerZe Radio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look, man, appreciate y'all for listening. We appreciate y'all support, man. We up out of here, you heard?
Yes, sir.
Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. If they was not tuned in, they missed out on Di-VerZe Radio, your number one source for 24/7 non-stop entertainment.
Yeah, DJ Ray.
wanna talk real, come on, now you got this on up. Then you better talk rich to me.
Talk rich to me if you wanna get to me. Don't you ever talk shit to me. Then you wanna talk real to me. Then you better talk rich to me. Better talk rich to me. Yeah, talk rich to me. Then you better talk rich to me. Yeah, talk rich to me. Watch your tone if you wanna talk rich. Talk rich, better talk rich. Watch your tone if you wanna talk rich. Talk rich, better talk rich. Watch your tone if you wanna talk. Money ain't a thing, but I gotta get rich, so I wanna get paid. If I'm gonna buy drinks, then we gotta make a trade. In the cup with the game, putting money in the bank. How you saying fuck this? But you want that, let me show you how to move. You ain't gotta break it back, say you gotta use your brain. I ain't talking like that. When you learn to talk rich, you eliminate the cap. Money, it got me changing my scene. It used to be the stress of the flesh, now I'm in between. I don't know why niggas be playing around with my team. All I know is niggas ain't fucking around with my peace. Believe that. Talk rich to me if you wanna get to me. Don't you ever talk shit to me. Then you wanna talk real to me. Then you better talk rich to me. Better talk rich to me. Yeah, talk rich to me. Then you better talk rich to me. Yeah, talk rich to me. Watch your tone if you wanna talk rich. Talk rich, talk rich, talk rich. Watch your tone if you wanna talk rich. Talk rich, better talk rich. Watch your tone if you wanna talk. Yeah, what they really want from a nigga. See you with the shit, but now I'm all about the paper. Yeah, I ain't going for a baby. Wanna get with me that don't talk like you lazy. I ain't like them. They like to talk shit, but I don't fight them. Break the rules, shake a hand smooth, then I hike them. Nigga wanna talk raw, let my dogs bite them. Boss move, then I hit 10s for the bison. Casual, late night shop, I might bag a hoe. Since she a rider, I'ma put on manual. Annual, salary the only thing my hand can hold. Fully loaded bonuses, tell me what you thinking. Talk rich to me if you wanna get to me. Don't you ever talk shit to me. Then you wanna talk real to me. Then you better talk rich to me. Better talk rich to me. Yeah, talk rich to me. Then you better talk rich to me. Yeah, talk rich to me.
Radio. Look, man, since Heystax came in here, I got one favor for y'all. I need y'all to talk rich to me from now on. You get what I'm saying? Cause we don't play that around here. Do not add no poverty to our relationship. I need you to talk rich. Yeah. Look, man, we appreciate y'all support. We about this thing. Di-VerZe hits.